I jumped off a stump that I jumped onto, and I ate dirt. I broke $700 worth glass frame. I didn't shatter the lens because I fell right into the dirt of a forest floor. Why the heck did I do that? I call it pressured consciousness. It's related to pressured speech, which is a schizophrenia symptom. Pressured speech is when there's so much to say, it's coming out so fast, it seems so important that the person with the psychotic symptom might not even seem able to breathe between sentences, etc. Well, my pressured consciousness had me hurt my ankle pretty bad. Ouch. I'll be going to get an x-ray tomorrow. It doesn't look bad, but ow, it hurts to step on. What is pressured consciousness anyway? Well, I also have epilepsy and dysautonomia, and that means my body can be floppy, my nervous system can be like messed up. Underneath this bandage is where I usually have my smartwatch, and it is a horrible, like a technology burn. You should see my face though. Ouch! This is quite the forest floor burn. You've heard of a rug burn, right? Well, the forest floor burn happens when you don't know what you're doing, you don't respect the forest, you don't respect the limits of your system, what you can do, what you should do. And my nerves, my decisions, my look around, that looks fun, I'm gonna jump, I'm gonna do it, gonna have fun, gonna go where I wanna go. I was doing some parkour in the forest alone, jumping from a stump onto a log. Why did I do that? At least there's no concussion. Oh, there's a little bit of a goosebump there, but I didn't feel any headache, no fatigue, no tiredness. I'm definitely going to go get an x-ray check on my ankle because I've heard of fractures that should be checked on the next day, which some people don't check on. And even if I can walk on it tomorrow with the big umbrella my sister lent me, I'm still going to go check it out because that's what makes sense. Doctors and nurses say, go get it checked out because you don't want to be a fool. Like I felt before I was laughing out loud at myself for making such a decision. At least I was already on my way to go see my sister, and she helped me with this first aid. Oh my gosh. It's like I was in an epileptic seizure aura, kind of. I have been very stressed out the last couple months because I've moved twice. The last move I had to get away from someone with too many private mean faces and one public cheerful face. I got roped into moving into a master bedroom where I would have most of the space to myself. And in BC, we have residential tenancy agreement that says a landlord can come into your unit with your permission or with 24-hour notice. The day I moved my second load of big stuff and I was going to put the second load of stuff into the master bedroom, he had moved my stuff into the tiny room. He said, well, she finally kicked me out. My wife and I have been having trouble for 17 years and I'm going to move in now. And he started asking me for help doing real estate and recording singers that kept walking away from him because he wasn't a professional audio person or even an amateur audio person. It seemed he was a meanie, and he yelled at me for telling him not to put solid laundry detergent in the liquid bleach compartment. He yelled at me for it. This is my house, and what's going to happen is up to me. A week later, he sheepishly asked me how to put solid Tide in the laundry machine. Keep in mind, he's in his 60s and doesn't know how to do laundry. He told me that he didn't want to use soap. He didn't want to use soap in the dishwasher. Everything smelled like ammonia to me. Right now is pressured speech. Actually, I'm nattering. It's another story. It's kind of irrelevant, but see what happened when I'm even affected by the mood, affected by the memory, and the nerves happen. The jittery happens. I'm it's kind of not that jittery, but I can see the camera jittering. It's hard to hold still. It is just very hard to hold still. My nerves are alternating, fluctuating. The psychiatrist tried taking me off of lithium almost a year ago. It didn't get rid of the slight tremor. So neither do they know about the lifelong dysautonomia that I've experienced. My epilepsy that I self-diagnosed as a teenager, which a psychiatrist way back then said, you don't have epilepsy because you have schizophrenia, like he knew. My grade 5 teacher, my medical doctor in high school that delivered me, other doctors, when I told them that since I was a baby and first came into awareness, it was hurting in my ears. I had chronic ear infections. And this balance is something I've had to keep control of my entire existence on Earth to survive. And when I told my grade 5 teacher and my medical doctors and others that I have to consciously breathe, or I find it difficult to breathe, I start hypoventilating or hyperventilating. And they would just say, you don't have to think about that. People don't have to think about that. Oh, why is that? I might have considered. Then I learned it was because of the autonomic nervous system working normally, that people normally aren't concerned about breathing too much. The yoga teachers say that a quick breath in and a longer breath out sends a signal that the neurophysiologists can verify slows down the rapidly beating heart. And it controls the vagus nerve. My smartwatch tells me I have high vagal tone because as a teenager, when I discovered the ability to breathe, and I started studying yoga, started whirling like a dervish, at least as far as I could do it on my own without training in that culture. I gained some manual autonomic survival skills, and pressured consciousness. It's I'm constantly having to modulate and moderate and calm myself down and speed myself up depending on what the context and conditions are. I have so many explanations for it that don't matter. It's how can they do that? Why do they do that? When it's just happening. I'm so sad that I broke my glasses like that. But I also felt lucky because it was just a clean little snap and the lens didn't break. That's a good thing. I didn't lose consciousness knocking myself on something very hard. That would have been very bad. And calming down is tricky. Talk, talk, talk. Fast, fast, fast. I really sometimes do just sing when I'm alone and the screen is off. This portal vortex wormhole is not absorbing me or flooding me. I can breathe out for a long time, and that signal seems to slow down my heart. Short. My own frequencies are for modulating my own brain. I am not stricken to musical theory unless I am making musically theoretical songs. I am an electronic musician. Check out Nerbeater, Nerbeater. The Nerb comes from Ned Nerb, because I am Ned Nerb, the schizophrenic. Feel free to like, subscribe, and share, because you did learn something. If you've watched this far, how could you not learn something if you're getting to know me? If you want to know me, you at least got a cosmogony. You at least gotta hurtle with me around the star we call Sol. Open up your soul. Do some good with that breath tomorrow. I need to add one thing. Pressured consciousness. I've been so busy for hours. Chat, 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 chit, chit, chit. Look, look, look. Tap, tap, tap. My phone is too hot right now to back up these videos, to edit on my computer. And I still want to do it and go, 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 go.